Gaza is a fucking nightmare. More than 630 days of death, destruction and suffering. It's sick and it's tragic. But of course, you know it could end tomorrow. Hell, it could end today. If Hamas was to release all hostages and lay down its arms, the war would end. Immediately. Just like that, a living hell can come to a halt. There's 50 Israeli hostages still languishing in Hamas dungeons. They reckon only 20 of them are still alive. You don't care about them. Your empathy and compassion, well, they don't extend to Jews. You've made that abundantly clear. But what about over 2 million ordinary Gazans? The people you claim to care about and that you say you're fighting for. They're also held hostage. The entire population of Gaza is held captive by Hamas as it brutalizes, exploits and sacrifices them. Hamas steals and stockpiles aid. Hell, it holds tons of food in its tunnels and warehouses, yet cynically denies the population food. It creates hunger on purpose. Because for Hamas, it's great PR. It shoots down ordinary Gazans as they try to access food aid from the alternative GHF distribution sites. Hamas kidnaps and murders ordinary Gazans working at those food distribution sites. Okay, you ignore the remaining Jewish hostages and their suffering, but why do you ignore the oppression of 2 million innocent Gazans by Hamas? Why aren't you pointing the finger and screaming at Hamas to release the hostages and lay down their arms? Why aren't you condemning Hamas for holding the entire population of Gaza hostage? Why aren't you demanding your government sanction and pressure Hamas? Why aren't you calling for sanctions on Qatar? And why in the name of sanity are you rallying behind Iran as it sponsors Hamas and oppresses its own people? Forget what it's trying to do to Israel. Because here's the thing, Hamas knows it can count on you, that you'll trumpet its lies and propaganda, and that you'll peddle the false narratives with gusto. It also knows that when it comes to Hamas's own abuse of innocent Gazans, you'll look the other way. Then you'll blame Israel. And that's exactly what provides Hamas with the perfect cover and more incentive to keep up its murderous strategy. Hamas hands you the narrative and you promote it. No questions asked. But ignorance is no excuse. Did you ever stop to think that you're being played? That you're being taken for a fool? That you're being used? Be honest. Your marches, your encampments, your chants and your placards, they've done absolutely nothing for ordinary Gazans. Not one Gazan has benefited in any way from your genocidal chants, your righteous indignation, your hate-mongering or your incitement. The only ones you're actually helping are Hamas. And of course you're helping yourself. You get that warm, fuzzy feeling of moral superiority and power to you. But most of you know little or nothing and understand even less about the conflict, yet eagerly swallow the lies and the propaganda that they feed to you. It's time to wake the fuck up. This is not humanitarian. Hamas is not resistance. And you are not on the right side of history. Quite the opposite. You are complicit in the continued suffering and anguish of ordinary Gazans. That you can so easily dismiss the plight of Jewish hostages held by Hamas speaks volumes as to the selective nature of your humanity. But your failure to demand Hamas release 2 million ordinary Gazans from this hell, that speaks to your hatred, to your hypocrisy, and apparently to your indifference. You're no friends of ordinary Palestinians. You only perpetuate their suffering.